I see in this morning's paper that smoking has now been prohibited in India in all public places. There aren't many private places in India. This will be put into effect in restaurants. Of course, there's no smoking in temples, public buildings, theaters, hospitals. Hospitals. This reminds me of a story that a gentleman told me in the airport in New Delhi a few months ago. He's a doctor. He was Indian. He's a doctor. And this story had happened to a colleague of his who was working in a hospital and in the delivery room. He was a smoker. But of course he had the courtesy to step out of the delivery room and stand in the doorway smoking, while the doctors, who at that particular occasion were all from England and America, were trying desperately to save the life of a mother and yet to be born baby. The baby had stuck a foot out of the mother, and the doctors were completely unable to get the foot back in. They struggled for maybe 20 minutes with this, and finally, out of sheer desperation, decided to do a C-section to try to save the baby's life, and who knows, the mother. So the doctor, an Indian gentleman who was standing in the doorway smoking, said that he thought he could save the situation. Would they like to have him give them his idea? And of course they said yes. By that time they were desperate. They just could not get the leg back inside the mother so that the baby could be turned and a proper delivery could be made. He entered the room, walked up to the baby, took his cigarette, and touched very lightly the sole of the baby's foot with his cigarette, and the leg immediately disappeared from view.